Hello and welcome to the Retro Gaming Weekly World Cup 2026 round of 32, day 2. The day starts off with UEFA contenders Portugal facing off against CONMEBOL contenders Colombia in the early, the morning match for this World Cup. Alright, day 2. We've had some pretty good play. Brazil beat Switzerland 5-2 in the night match last night. Ivory Coast has moved on against South Africa with fantastic play. Canada survived a nail-biter against New Zealand. And Turkey was finally taken down by England as England tries to bring the cup home. Alright, because it's an early morning match, it's going to be clear, it's going to be day. Portugal has played very well in the first 2 rounds behind the play of Luis Figo and Barbosa, but let's see what the Colombians can do. Alright, Portugal starts with the ball. Asprilla gets the ball for the Colombians, passes it to Serta, who is going to pass it on to Valencia, who's going to pass it back to Rincon, passing it in, but Souza does a great job of stopping the play. Bermudez gets it for the Colombians, passes it upfield, but Figo, once again, does a fantastic job of breaking up the play for the Portuguese. Putting it back into the Colombian 18, Cabrera passes it on to Bermudez, who passes it on to Serna, who passes it on to Esfria, who's going to pass it up to Estrada, who's going to pass it over to the other player, but Kudo does a great job of reading the ball for the Portuguese. Then it goes out of bounds off the Portuguese player. 80% possession Colombia, 20% Portugal. Let's see what they can do. Colombians get ready. Get the ball to Valencia off the throw. Asprilla takes it. It bounces off the crossbar. Rincon gets it, fires it, but it's just wide and it hits the back of the net for a goal kick by Baia, the Portuguese goalkeeper. Alright. Figo gets it, but Cabrera does a great job. But Rincon is offside, so that breaks up the play and thus the Colombian momentum. 13 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Souza has the ball now. Boots it downfield. Bermudez gets it. Rui Costa does a great job of firing it in. Mondragon, the Colombian goalkeeper, about the only player I remember from this squad, is stopping the ball. Asprilla gets it up to Valencia, who's on the edge of the 18, puts it away, 1-0 Colombia. Fantastic play by Valencia. Let's watch this play. Portuguese goalkeeper gets it downfield. Mondragon gets it down to the 50. The player passes it on to Valencia. At the edge of the 18, Valencia scores. Simple as that. Valencia gets it back. He's going to take the shot. It's off the crossbar. That had to have been handball by that Portuguese player, but no big deal. Shots on target. 1 for Colombia with the goal. 2 for Portugal. Pinto gets it. Bermudez, scares him off the ball. Valderrama, Carlos Valderrama, the only other player I know on this team, passes it, but Figo gets his hands on it and kicks it out for a throw-in for the Colombians. 66% possession for the Colombians, who are just playing free and just playing well. Cabrera gets it to Estrada. Baia, the Portuguese goalkeeper, does a great job of stopping the play. Santos controls it, boots it downfield. Moreno gets his hand on the ball, or his foot on the ball, but can't control it. Rui Costa passes it to Pinto, passes it back to him. Dima gets it from Rui Costa, and the play begins once again for the Portuguese. 31 minutes in, 1-0 Colombia. Dima gets it on the outskirts of the Portuguese 18, or the Colombian 18. Figo gets it. Herrera is able to break up the play, passes it out to Serna, passes it out to Valencia, who passes it to Espria, who's going to pass it over to Estrada, who's going to move the ball downfield, gets it into the 18, backtracks. Santos does a great job of putting his foot on the ball. Barbosa begins to move the ball up, passes it to Pinto, who kicks it out of bounds, misreading the play. Colombia gets it back for the throw-in. 36 minutes in, it's Colombia 1, Portugal 0. And we're going to just Valderrama gets it, kicks it into an open field. Estrada is able to get on the ball, passes it back to Carlos Valderrama, who's going to move into the 18, takes the shot, puts it wide of the net. Baia, the Portuguese goalkeeper, gets the goal kick. 42 minutes in, it's still 1-0 Colombia, but Portugal can call it back before the end of the first half. Souza gets it, passes it to Luis Figo, who just moves around the Portuguese defense. Moreno does a great job of putting a kibosh on the play. Serna gets it, passes it down to Valencia, who puts it into the Portuguese 18. Can't be too many seconds left in injury time. Moreno gets it, passes it to Serna, who turns it over to Kudo. Dima gets it. And just a poor play to get a red for the Colombians. Who's this going to be? Just a really dumb play by Moreno. Now his team's going to have to play with 10 men. Portugal's going to get the direct free kick. Excuse me. Souza's going to take it. Mondragon just makes the perfect stop. Tosses it out. And that's the end of the first half. Colombia in control 1-0, but will this red card impact play? I do not know. As the players head to the locker rooms, Moreno has something to think about. Colombia, 1 goal, 6 attempts on goal, 2 shots on target, and 1 foul, 3 attempts on goal. 3 attempts on goal and 3 shots on target for the Portuguese. As we begin the second half. Secretariat does a great job of breaking up the Colombian effort. Bermudez gets it. Rincon gets it back. Valderrama is going to run it in to try to seal up the game for the Colombians. Valderrama scores. Carlos Valderrama, Colombian legend, does a great job. 47th minute. Perfect play in. Passes it to Valderrama, who's going to run it in and score. Estrada does a great job of booting it down the field. Oceano gets it back for the Portuguese. Barbosa gets it out on the wing. Mondragon does a great job of collecting up the ball, though it wasn't too much of a task. 55th minute, Oceano gets it back at the midfield for Portugal, but Asprilla does a great job of stopping the play. Souza gets it. Pinto for Portugal moves the ball forward. Mondragon does a great job of collecting the ball once again for the Colombians. Serna gets it from a short pass from Mondragon. Santos is able to read the play, breaks it up, so the Portuguese have the ball in the Colombian 18. What's Secretary able to do? Nothing, as Mondragon just puts his hands up and catches it. So yeah, that's where we're at 60 minutes in. It's Colombia 2, Portugal 0. Asprilla passes back to Herrera, passes forward to Rincon. He's going to pass to Sousa. He's going to pass back as Barbosa kicks the ball, but Secretarial is offside. Oh. I'm very sorry. I've recorded 5 of these. This will be the 5th match I've recorded today. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this. Figo puts it in for Mondragon to just stop the play. Estrada runs the ball in, but it's eaten up by Baia, the Portuguese goalkeeper. 9 shots on target for Portugal, 4th for the Colombians, but the Colombians have pretty much been in control for most of the match. They're now playing with 10 men. It is a bit of a challenge for them. I feel pretty lucky to have Carlos Valderrama be able to score the second goal to kind of secure this match, but it's still a tenuous thing. Serna does a great job of dethroning Figo from the ball. Estrada has it for the Colombians. Santos does a great job of clearing the ball after that shot bounces off the sidebar. Oceano gets the ball. Barbosa gets it out on the wing for the Portuguese, puts it in on the Colombian 18. Mondragon does a fantastic job of stopping the play. 75 minutes gone, 15 pretty much to go, plus a little bit of extra time. Colombia 2, Portugal 0. Estrada moves it forward. Santos gets it out at the edge of the Portuguese 18. Passes it to Barbosa, who's going to run it in off the right wing. Puts it in to the Portuguese 18. Long shot, but Mondragon is able to read it and stop the play. Mondragon passes out to Asprilla, who's going to pass out to Valencia. He's going to pass over to Estrada, who's going to run it in, takes the shot. But Kudo just Estrada had all the time in the world and couldn't make the shot go off. Kudo does a great job of just not giving him another second chance. As Secretary runs it in, Mondragon is able to just throw himself into danger and smother the ball off of Secretary's foot. Mondragon passes short to Cabrera, who passes back to Mondragon, who boots it forward. Oceano gets it. It's still in danger. Rui Costa has the ball for the Portuguese, and he scores! 84th minute, Portugal has called one back. Let's see if they can call another. But I'm not quite sure. This is what happens when you're playing with 10 men. Just perfect, calm, read perfectly by Rui Costa. Mondragon could do nothing about it. Secretary steals the ball of the Colombian player. Bermudez gets it, passes it. Cabrera is going to pass back to Mondragon, who is going to boot it forward to Carlos Valderrama, passes it to Estrada, he's going to pass it over to Espria, he's going to pass it forward, where it's picked up by Oceano, and we're into injury time. Pinto gets it, starts to begin the attack. Mondragon does a great job of stopping the play. 15 shots on target for the Portuguese, 4 for the Colombians. This is what happens when, you lose a man. But Colombia holds on to win 2-1 in a very close match against Portugal. Everybody's celebrating except for the Portuguese. Mondragon is the man of the match, having only given up 1 goal. One goal for 15 attempts on goal, 15 shots on target for the Portuguese, 2 goals from 9 attempts on goal, 4 shots on target for the Colombians, and 1 red card for Moreno. But it's Colombia who moves on to the round of 16. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Coburn. Stay tuned for Croatia versus Republic of Korea in the opening afternoon match. Please do like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified about the next videos that are coming out. We definitely do have an episode of The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tale, coming out today. That will probably be later on. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. This has been a presentation of Alsatian Productions. Yes!